We'll start today in a comfortable cross-legged position. And I encourage you to pull the flesh of your buttocks behind your sit bones and connect your sit bones more deeply into the ground. And we'll take a deep breath in and roll the shoulders forward and up. And exhale them back and down. And if you're comfortable doing so, please close your eyes. Take a few moments just to feel the lower body releasing into the ground, allowing the legs to let go, the floor of the pelvis to release open and down. Feeling those sit bones sinking heavy. And letting go of the belly. Just let it fall open. Softening the shoulders. Just, just letting them melt. And all the muscles in the face relax. And feel the breath. Notice where the breath flows, how it feels, whether it's fast or slow, long or short. And today I'd like us to count with our breath. I'm going to suggest an inhale to the count of 4 and an exhale to the count of 4. However, if you feel like 4 is not enough to complete a nice long deep inhale, you can switch to 6 and 6 or more if you need. Also, if you're feeling particularly low in energy, you might want to make your inhale a little bit longer than your exhale, maybe 6 and 4. Or if you're feeling more stressed and tense and maybe a little agitated or anxious, then you can lengthen the exhale. Maybe do a count of 4 and 6 or even 8. So you decide what's going to serve you. We'll spend a few minutes here quietly breathing together. So if you've joined us late, we're counting our breaths, perhaps doing 4 and 4 or 6 and 6, or making the inhale longer if you need more energy and the exhale longer if you need more calm. And then turn your head to the left. Open your eyes and reach your eyes back behind you. Notice what the furthest visual you get is. Continuing your breath as you've been doing it. Seeing if it changes the ability to turn your head, to breathe. And on your next inhale, return to center. And then exhale, look to the right, reaching your eyes back behind you, counting your breath. On an inhale, come center. Bring your hands to your ears, starting at the tops of the outer ridge of your ears. Begin to pull out and work your way down the edges of your ears all the way to your lobes, and then back up. And when you get to the top, down and up one more time. When you're finished, you can just return your hands to your lap. Four breath or 6 breath or whatever you've been doing. And then with the eyes open, we'll turn the head to the left again. Reaching back with your eyes and seeing what the farthest point you can see is. Use an inhale to come center. Exhale to the right. Reaching back with your eyes behind you. Use your next inhale to come back to the front and exhale the chin to the chest. Counting your breath. See if you can use the exhale to relax the shoulders down even more. And then bring the chin over to the left shoulder. We'll place the right hand behind the back with the palm facing out. You might be able to bring the hand all the way around to the top of the thigh. Otherwise, just have the back side of the hand against your back, pressing the hand into the back to roll the elbow and the shoulder back. Counting the breath. Either an even breath or an energizing breath or a calming breath. When you breathe fully, notice where the breath travels to. See how that relates to the shape that your body's in. Release the right arm, bring your head center, and bring that right arm across the chest. Flex at the wrist, turn your head to the right. Counting your breath. And then release the arms, head back to center, drop the chin to the chest. And then bring it over toward the right shoulder. Bring your left arm behind your back, bringing the hand over to the right, maybe wrapping it around the top of your right thigh, or just having the palm facing out and pressing the knuckle side of the hand into your back to roll the elbow and shoulder back. Keeping the head down and right. Steadying the breath using your count. Full inhale, full exhale. Release the left arm, bring the head back to center, and draw that left arm across your chest, pulling it in with the right hand, flexing at the wrist, turn your head to the left, counting the breath. Release the arms, bring the head center. And see if you can maintain the slow count of your breath even as we now move, not that slowly, releasing the legs out in front and shaking them out. And then we're going to come and sit on our feet. If your knees are not happy with that and you have a cushion that you can place in the crease behind your knees, that might help. Or if you have maybe something higher to sit on, you can try that. And if none of that works, then you can just sit cross-legged with the opposite leg in front. We'll have the hands facing down on the thighs. And as we inhale, we'll pull the hands back, draw the elbows and shoulders back, take the chest out and the eyes up. As we exhale, we'll slide the hands toward the knees, tuck the tailbone, drop the head. And if you are sitting cross-legged, then you'll do this simply by holding on to your shins. Your hands won't actually glide on your legs. And you'll use your hands against your shins to pull you forward and lean you back. And hopefully you're still counting your breaths, so the movement is slow. We're not in a hurry. And we're completing the breath. So if the number that you're using isn't long enough to fill the breath up all the way, use a longer number. Last one. And then sitting upright. And we're going to place the left hand either under the left shin or under the left thigh. You want to be able to have a nice bend in the wrist. So depending on whether you have arms that are short or long in relation to your torso, there's two ways to do it. The other arm lifts as you inhale and comes over to the right side of your head. Inhale, lift tall through your head. Exhale, drop your head to the right. And if it feels like the placement of your left arm is not pulling that left shoulder down, then you can go lower if you're in the upper one, or if you're already in the lower one, maybe you tuck it in a little bit more. And keep lengthening up through your spine with each in-breath, using your count. And then bring the right hand to the right side of your head and press your head up and release your hands to your lap. And then we'll bring the right hand under the thigh or under the shin bone. And with an inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale it to the right side of the head. Inhale, lift tall through the crown. Exhale, drop the head to the left. You might imagine a heavy weight suspended off of your left elbow. Counting your breath. Adjusting the right hand if you need more stretch. And then bring the left arm to the left side of the head. Press your head up. Release both hands. And lift off of your heels. Curl your toes under. And then sit back down on your heels. Notice if you're tensing in any way to brace against the intensity in the toes, and see if you can relax everything. Focus on your breath, maybe elongating the exhale if you're feeling like you're not able to let go of tensing. And bring the hands to the ground, uncurl the toes, and kick the feet into the ground. And rest the feet. And inhale, curl the tailbone up, dip the belly down, lift the chest and eyes. Exhale, curl the tailbone down, lift the belly, drop the head. Continuing with your count. Nice and slow. Last one. And then come to neutral spine. Pressing down into the arm bones. I'd like you to try to lift your shoulders and lower your chest and then come back. So it's not a full spinal movement. You're gonna just let the shoulders come up higher than the chest and then return. I hope that makes sense. Shoulders come up, chest dips down. Notice I'm not arching or rounding my back. I'm just letting the shoulder blades move and the arm bones come higher than the upper body and then lower. That looks good. Keep the elbows straight. Good. And then come back to neutral. And place the left arm down horizontally, left forearm horizontally under your chest. And slide the right arm forward, keeping your hips lined up over your knees. Letting the head rest down. And then letting the chest drop. Counting your breath and really syncing with your exhales. And then take that right arm and walk it over to the left. And then pull back with your left hip. If you like, you can cross your ankles and use that as leverage. Long, slow breaths. Release the ankles if they will cross. Bring the arm back and draw it in under the chest. Lift yourself up. Staying with the rhythm of your breath. Bringing the right forearm down horizontally under the chest. And sliding the left arm straight forward as far as it'll go without bringing the hips forward in front of the knees. And then letting the head drop down. And then letting the chest sink. Like there is a heavy weight in your upper back. Counting the breath. And then walk that left hand over to the right. Pull back with your left hip. You might cross the foot over the other ankle. Breathe into it. Using the full count of your breath. Release the foot if you've crossed it. Bring the arm straight again. Pull it back and lift yourself up. Walk the hands forward. Drop the chest. Come on to either the forehead, or if you can, the chin, or if you want to go even deeper at the cheek. Keep your elbows straight. Sink the heart. Breathe steady. Relax into the earth. If you're on one cheek, turn please. If you're on a cheek, bring your head center. Pull both hands back under the shoulders. Press yourself up around your back. Tuck your tailbone and your chin. And breathe smoothly across your back. And then come back to neutral spine. And take either knee and bring it out to the side. So if you're using a mat and you don't have pants on, you have shorts on, it's going to be a little bit tricky. Your skin may get stuck on the ground. So you can adjust and find your way. And then we're going to keep the hips inside the knees and keep the ankles lined up with the knees. So everything is bent at a right angle, including the thighs out from the torso. And you're just going to let your pelvis drop slowly toward the floor. If you can come onto your elbows, come onto your elbows. If you can come onto your chest, come onto your chest. Counting and relaxing. Place your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up. Bring the knees in. And circle them around. And reverse. And come back to stillness. Knees hip width apart. Bring the hands one hand's length forward in front of the shoulders. Spread the fingers, curl the toes. Inhale. Exhale, lift the knees, but keep the knees bent. Drop your head. And then press into your fingers, not your hands, but your fingers. And send your hips back toward the wall behind you. And then draw the shoulders down your back. Press down into your left heel, keeping the right knee bent. Using your count, when you exhale, maybe the torso can drop down toward that right thigh a little bit more. Maintaining forward pressure with the hands and fingers. Sending the left hip back and the left heel down. And then bend the left knee and press the right heel down, straightening that leg. Forward with the hands, shoulders down, torso relaxing over that left leg. Smooth, long breath moving up and down your body. Counting, feeling, staying relaxed. And then press the left heel down. Inhale the right leg up, looking forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Bend the left knee, dipping it down toward the ground. Lift your chest. Drop your hips. Get them as low as they'll go. That bent knee should help. And then without lifting your hips, start to straighten your left leg by pressing back through your left heel. Let the breath come all the way up. Maybe gazing at your third eye and imagining the breath coming there. Pressing back through the left heel strongly. And then move your hips back, step your right leg back to downward facing dog. Steadying the rhythm of your breath, using your count. On your next inhale, lift the left leg up, looking forward. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Letting your hips dip down, letting your right knee bend down. Lifting the chest, establishing your breath, and pressing that right leg straight by pushing back through the heel. If you press down into your left foot, you might get your chest to lift a little more. And beautiful. Step your back leg forward. Soft knees, chin to chest, roll yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale them down. Close the eyes. Count the breath. Feel the inhale lifting you tall and the exhale sinking you into the earth. I like to imagine the inhale moving up the front of my body and then the exhale releasing down the back of my body, but see how it feels right for you. We'll shift weight into the left foot. Softly open the eyes, maintaining your count and really using that to anchor your mind to your breath. And anchor your eyes to one spot in front of you. And then when you're ready, lift the right foot into the right hand. And then if you can, bring your left hand around the foot as well. If not, just reach it back. If you can interlace the fingers, feel free to do that. And then roll the shoulders back and puff the chest out. And then kick the foot back away from the buttock, bringing the chest out even more. If the balance permits, you can even take your gaze up. We're going to release that right leg and step it behind. Not as far as it'll go, but kind of as far as it'll go that allows the heel to stay on the ground. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. And draw that left hip back and shift your weight into the right foot a little more. On your exhales, scoop the lower belly toward the spine and up. If your hands can come to the ground, then you don't need your eyes for balance. You might close your eyes and connect more deeply with the feeling of the breath and the stretch. And then bend your front knee, step your right foot forward, roll yourself up, reaching up, inhale. Exhale the arms down. Closing the eyes, counting the breath, sinking into the earth through your feet. Letting weight shift into your right foot more. Open the eyes, finding a spot in front of you to lock your gaze on. And when you're ready, you can lift your left foot into your left hand. And then bring the right hand around the foot as well if you can, or maybe around the left forearm, or just reaching back is fine. Roll the shoulder blades in toward the spine, puffing the chest out. And then start to kick the foot back behind you, away from the buttock. And again, if you can take the gaze up. Counting the breath. release the foot to the ground behind you so that that left heel comes to the floor, that foot is on an angle. Inhale the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Draw that right hip back and shift weight into the left foot even more. Exhaling and releasing the torso over the leg, scooping the lower belly in and up. Bend the front knee, step the back foot forward, roll yourself up, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward, straight legs. And let's clasp the hands behind the back of the head. Point the elbows toward the wall behind us. Inhale, press the back of the head into the hands. And then exhale, press the hands toward the head. Using your count. Release the hands, bend the knees, coming all the way down to your buttocks and onto your back with the knees bent. Have the arms out to the side and then lift the knees toward the chest. On an exhale, drop the knees toward the right elbow and turn your head to the left. Bring your attention all the way to your left shoulder and see if you can breathe into it. And then exhale and relax it down. And you're welcome to use your right hand to draw your left leg down, or if it's already down, you can bring the heel of your right hand to the top of your left thigh and push away from you to get a little more length in your back. Or just keep the arm relaxed. No need to do a thing. Counting your breath. If you are using that right hand, release it now, please. And let's lift both knees up together. Bring them through center and over to the left, aiming the knees for the left elbow. Turn your head to the right. Bring your awareness to your right shoulder. Imagine breathing up into it and exhaling it down toward the ground. And if you want to use any of the adjustments with your left hand, feel free. Just relaxing the weight of your body into the earth. On your next inhale, you can release your left hand if you're using it and bring the knees center and hug them into the chest. Straighten out your head. Return your feet to the ground. Lift your tailbone, tuck it under, and release down. Straighten the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then just let the arms and legs rest out away from each other. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, letting go of the body, dropping it into the ground. And then another deep breath in. Exhaling out of the mouth, letting go of the jaw so the teeth don't touch and the lips slightly part. Inhale deep, exhale out of the mouth, letting go of the activity of the mind. And then finally, letting go of the breath. Not just the count, but the act of breathing. Just let it become natural and effortless so that you're not taking breath, you're receiving it. And let your mind just rest on the feel of the breath. Wherever you notice it in your body, feel the in-breath and the out-breath. And just stay there. If the mind wanders, come back. Deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting go. to your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side, feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And then roll onto your side, rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Rest your awareness on how you feel right now. Slowly press yourself up to sitting. Let your head come up last. And if you're going to sit cross-legged, you don't have to, but if you are, sit in your non-habitual cross with the opposite leg in front from how we began class. Letting the sit bones sink down and the head lift tall. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.